Hello students, welcome to the new lecture of inorganic chemistry and the chapter coordination compound. Now, in this chapter we are going to study about these topics, and our today's topic is Werner theory. But before starting the Werner theory, I want to ask you one question. This is methane molecule and this is potassium ferrocyanide, K4FeCN6. You have studied this compound many times in the class 11th also. Now, if we talk about methane, it has carbon atom as a central atom and the hybridization of the carbon is sp3, geometry is tetrahedral, shape is tetrahedral, bond angle 109 degree 28 minute. If we talk about the physical property of methane, we almost know all the physical properties of methane and as well as chemical properties also, right? But what about this K4FeCN6? We only know that if we dissolve this compound in water, we will get 4K plus and a bracket, and in that bracket we will have FeCN whole 6 and the charge 4 minus. So the charge is 4 minus, and if I ask you what is the hybridization of Fe2 plus here? What is the geometry? What kind of bonding is present between Fe2 plus and Cn minus? So we don't know all about this particular anion, right? And that I want to tell you. If you know everything about methane, then you should know everything about this complex anion or this coordination anion, right? Let's start with the Werner's theory. Now, before starting the Werner theory, we should know about the coordination compound, and we know that the transition metals form a large number of complex compounds in which the metal atom is bonded with some anions or the neutral molecules. For example, I am taking the same example, and that is K4FeCN6 potassium ferrocyanide, and such compounds are called coordination compounds. Now, Werner was the first scientist who took the initiative to find out what are these compounds actually, right? So let's start the Werner's theory and his observations. So, Werner's theory, he gave an idea about the structure of the coordination compound. He proposed the concept of primary valency and the secondary valency of the metal ion. Now, what is primary valency and what is secondary valency? Now we are going to discuss. Now, according to Werner, when he prepared ammoniated cobalt chloride, he reacted that ammoniated cobalt chloride with excess of AgNO3, and the cobalt chloride was COCl3.6NH3 and the color was yellow. So if you dissolve copper sulfate in water, you will get blue color, right? That is the color of Cu2 plus ion. If you dissolve FeSO4 in water, you will get green color, right? The ions of the transition metal have a characteristic color. So what he thought, the color of ammonia is colorless. Chloride, that is also colorless. So the cobalt 3 plus, the color is yellow, and this particular compound was giving 3 moles of AgCl on the reaction with AgNO3. Now, in another experiment, he prepared COCl3.5NH3. Now the color was purple, right? Color is changing. Ammonia will dissolve in water, it will form ammonium hydroxide, it is colorless. Chloride ions are colorless. CO3 plus should have some color, but according to the first compound it is yellow, according to the second compound it is purple, and the second compound was reacting with AgNO3 and giving only 2 moles of AgCl, right? And the third compound, COCl3.4NH3, that was green in color, that gave 1 mole of AgCl. And the same compound, we will talk about isomerism also. These are the compounds having the same formula, but they have the different structure. And about the structure, we will talk in this chapter only. But for now, there were 2 compounds about which Werner studied, and he said that the first compound, which was green, that was reacting with AgNO3 and it gave only 1 mole of AgCl, and the other compound, which was violet, that also gave only 1 mole of AgCl. Now, what was actually this experiment telling to us? If it is COCl3, like FeCl3, if we dissolve FeCl3 in water, it will give us Fe3 plus and thrice Cl minus, right? If you dissolve COCl3 in water, it should give us CO3 plus, cobalt 3 plus and 3 chloride ions. And if 3 chloride ions are coming in the solution, then these all compounds, COCl3, 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 they all should give us 3 moles of AgCl. But the first one is giving us 3 mole of AgCl, second one is giving us 2 mole of AgCl, and the third one and the fourth one are giving only 1 mole of AgCl. Then he gave idea about the primary and the secondary valency. What he said? He said, if we take the first compound, 1 mole of the first compound, COCl3.6NH3, it was yellow in color, gave 3 moles. He said that there are 2 types of valencies. This is cobalt 3 plus, and the coordination number of CO3 plus is the secondary valency, and the secondary valency is represented by solid line. So what he is saying, that ammonia will surround it, another ammonia, 1 more, 1 more and 1 more. Cobalt 3 plus is surrounded by 6 ammonia molecules. So there are 6 ammonia molecules and they are surrounding it. It means that the coordination number of CO3 plus is 6, means the secondary valency of CO3 plus is 6. Now primary valency. Primary valency is the oxidation number, and that is 3 plus. And primary valency can be neutralized only by the negative ion, right? So for that we have this Cl minus, 1 more Cl minus, another Cl minus. Solid line shows secondary valency, dotted line represent primary valency, right? So we can say that dotted line is representing primary valency, solid line representing secondary valency, right? Now what happened in the next compound? In the other compound, COCl3.5NH3. Now coordination number of cobalt 3 plus is 6. So 5 ammonia will surround it and 1 chloride ion also will surround it. So what will happen? This is cobalt ion, ammonia, 2 ammonia, 3 ammonia, 4 ammonia molecule, 5 ammonia molecule. Now there are only 5 ammonia molecule. Now what will happen? Now chloride ion will surround it. The secondary valency is satisfied by 5 ammonia molecules and 1 chloride ion, and that chloride ion, this one, is satisfying the primary valency also, that is oxidation number. But the charge on the cobalt ion is 3 plus. We need 2 more chloride ion. So here is the first and there is the second one. And we know that the representation of primary valency and the secondary valency. If we talk about the next one, that is 1 mole of COCl3 dot 4NH3. Now we have 4 ammonia, means 4 ammonia will surround cobalt ion and 2 chloride ion will also surround it. Ammonia can satisfy only the secondary valency, but chloride ion will satisfy the secondary valency as well as the primary valency also. So cobalt 3 plus, 1 ammonia molecule, another one, another one, another one. We have only 4 ammonia molecules. They are used. Now chloride ion and chloride ion. Secondary valency of CO3 plus, which is 6, that is satisfied. Now its primary valency is 3. 2 are satisfied, 1 is left. So this is the one which is satisfied by chloride ion, right? And we all know that the color of this compound was green. If we take the violet one, the same compound but that was isomer, that will also have the same kind of arrangement, but that is isomer. There will be the difference between the structure, right? So the violet one and the green one, they are isomers, and we will discuss isomerism in detail in this chapter only, right? Let's move ahead.